To another basketball game from Summertown High School. This is Charlie Mabry, voice of the Eagles, along with Eddie Talley, Eddie Stedman, Mickey Mabry, and Brian Long, bringing you tonight's game for the Summertown Eagles and Trojans of Collinwood. Tonight we have a pregame show. It's called the Eddie and Brian pregame show, brought to you by T&M Video, Charlie Mabry and Eddie Talley. If you want to plan a reunion, or if you have a party or want a speech you want videotape, then you should contact Eddie or Charlie. We will make one copy or an unlimited number of copies for your event. And if you already have the picture and want an extra copy, we can supply this to you. For your video needs, call 964-2421 or 964-3324. Tonight in the pregame show, Eddie and Brian are going to talk about the Summertown basketball teams and probably the district races. Eddie and Brian, it's all yours.
Brian, since we last had our broadcast from the Columbia Academy game, what's been the history of the Summertown girls? How they've been doing in their ball games?
Well, since our last broadcast, Eddie, we went to Nashville and played University School. Girls played well. They thought they should have won, but they missed a few free throws down the stretch and wound up losing by about 8 points, I think. We went over to Hampshire, and we won by 18, if I remember right. Had a real good game. And then we went to Macon County and played right now the 4th-ranked team in Class AA. And we was in the game for 3 quarters, and then about halfway through the 4th quarter, they broke it open, won by about 18 points. And then over at Perry County, we lost by 1 point. We had the ball, the chance to win the game, and the shot just didn't fall for us. And then up at Spring Hill, we lost the game, but besides that, about 5 minutes to go in the 2nd quarter, Angie Ferguson went down with a broken arm and a separated elbow.
What effect do you see that's going to have on the Summertown Eagles losing their senior leader, Angie Ferguson, at the point guard position?
It's really going to hurt, Ed. Angie was our point guard, like you said, our leader. If somebody presses us, or when they press us, it's going to be a battle to get the ball up the floor every time. Shelly Curtis, I'm sure she'll take over bringing the ball up the court against pressure, but it's going to take a lot away from her offensive game to have to do that.
I figure that we'll see Carissa Miller filling in at the point guard position. Possibly Coach Bobby Wyrick will rotate Shelly up and let her play the point, but I think we'll see some of Carissa and some of Alicia Benefield playing up there. How do you think they'll be able to handle the pressure stepping into this point guard role here, Brian?
Well, they're both good players, but they're going to have help from the other 4 girls. They can't run off and leave them down there to try to break the press by themselves the way Angie did. Carissa, she's been working hard. I know she's been putting in a lot of time on her own trying to get ready for her chance to play. Alicia Benefield, just being a freshman, it's going to be a big test for her tonight when she gets in the game facing the pressure from Collinwood.
The Summertown Eagles, the Lady Eagles, are coming into the game. They'll be facing a very talented Collinwood team. But not only Collinwood, but everybody else in the district seems to be awful tough this year. What do you think that we can win in this district, Brian?
If we are, we're going to have to start tonight. I think we're 1 and 2 in the district right now.
I believe that's correct.
I may be wrong. I don't know. But Collinwood and Wayne County are both ranked in the top 10 in the state. And, we've done saw Collinwood once this year, and they wore us out pretty good. Of course, we had an off night shooting ball, but they're a good team. They're big. They're quick, well coached. They've a lot of experience, and they're confident. That's one thing that matters. They know they can win when they walk out on the floor.
In order for Summertown to be competitive in the district, what do you see to be the key points for us to? Who's going to have to take charge for this Summertown team?
Shelly Curtis, in my opinion, Ed. Well, her and Leanne Corbin both got Vanessa Bailey under the boards getting rebounds and playing defense. Shelly's going to have to really pick up her score to take up the slack of Angie Curtis.
Angie, as everyone knows, was the leading scorer for the Summertown Eagles this year thus far. She's had several games where she's just taken over there at the end and won them herself, both on the offensive and defensive end. You know, naturally one person can't win a ball game by themselves, but she really has, put out a lot of effort and, came up with the big plays when we had to have them.
That's right. When we had to have two, Angie was the person that she took charge. She took it to the basket. She was either scored, got fouled, or gave a teammate a layup. Just one of the three things happened. They were always good when it got crunch time and Angie had the ball.
I also noticed in the paper today, and I assume this is correct, that it's about an 8-week process to heal that injury that she has. Pretty serious injury. As you know, the other night, you were there at the game, as was myself, Brian. She's in a lot of pain when it went down. In fact, they wouldn't even move her until the ambulance got there.
Yeah. I've never had a broken arm myself, but she was in a lot of pain. You could really tell. And like you said, we had to wait. The game was held up about 45 minutes to wait on the ambulance to get here. We were afraid to move her because we really didn't know how serious the injury was.
Let's talk now about this Collinwood Trojanette team that's coming in here. They're ranked #1 in the state in the poll that I seen in Class Single A. Give us a little rundown on them, Brian.
They're a real good team, like we said, Ed. They've got outside three-point shooting. They've got rebounding. They've got size. They've got ball handling. They've got quickness. And what I think really makes them a good team is they're just a great defensive team. They just get after you full court for 32 minutes of ball game.
One thing I think you left out there in all those adjectives you put on, Brian, is that they're an experienced team. They have some key players that have played since they were freshmen, and they come off a state championship team. They have that experience. They've been to the big game, and they know how to win when the time gets on it.
Right, Ed. And playing in this district, as you know, we've got two or three of the top teams in the state year in, year out, so they're always playing the tough competition, and they know what it takes to get there.
Right. Some of the players that they have, one of their stars that we saw in years past, she's made all tournament every year and figured to again this year. Maybe one of the more dominating players in the district is Madonna Thompson, number 10. She plays the wing position. Describe her play for the fans, Brian.
You can't guard her close enough. She can shoot it from anywhere. She can beat you off the dribble. She's deadly from the three-point line. I know we saw her play one game where she lit up Wayne County for 29 points, and they had a person in her face all night long. It just doesn't seem to matter. When she's in her groove, or when she's hot, as they say, she just can't be stopped.
Another experienced player they have plays the forward position. That's Amy Sterry. She'll be number 20 tonight out there, and she has the distinction of in the years past she's guarded the point guard and then played underneath on offense. She really is a versatile player that possesses good quickness and rebounding. How are we going to stop a player like her tonight, Brian?
It'll be tough, man. I don't know. We're just going to have to really get after it hard. As you said, Amy Sterry, she can play anywhere on the floor, defense out front or inside on offense. And in my opinion, she's one of the most valuable players on their team. She doesn't get noticed because of the red hot shooting of Madonna Thompson. She is always in the game. She's their head.
Another forward that they have is Shannon Dixon, number 22, an experienced player that's played for them last year and even the years before that. She is what I call the garbage man. She gets in and does the dirty work, getting the rebounds when they have to have it and playing the good solid defense.
She's their rebounder, like you said, picks up the trash. She's what I call their enforcer. She gets mad out there sometimes, but she ain't afraid to get after you.
At the point guard position, they have Stacy Montgomery. I believe she's possibly a junior this year, maybe just a sophomore, showing a lot of good leadership, and she's very quick at the point guard position, able to handle any pressure that we saw earlier this year. Say something about the way she's been playing, Brian, that you've noticed.
Well, she's probably the least experienced player they have starting out, but with all the good help she has out there and her extreme quickness and ball handling abilities, she has been more than able to fill the role of point guard for this team. She's just a real ball hawk on defense. She'll pick up the loose ball out front and she'll lay it up on you. She's that fast.
Another player that they have underneath is getting her first action this year as a starter, and that's Lisa Bowen. We saw her, and she's really come a long way since last year.
Yeah, she has, Ed. She's really improved. She's their low post game. She stays mostly in the lane. and they'll try to get it to her, and if she's got an open jumper right there in the lane or a layup, she'll take it. If she don't, she passes it back out. She don't try to do nothing she can't do.
Another thing I'm really impressed with is she runs the floor and gets back on defense very well.
Yeah, she's a hustler. She's a hustler.
But, well, how you foresee us attacking this tonight? Will we try to shoot over their defense or try to take the ball inside, Brian?
Well, I think we're going to try to probably take it into Leanne as much or more than we've done in past games. Probably try to play a little two-man game with Shelly Curtis and Leanne Corbin. Maybe Leanne can get their girls in foul trouble on the inside and open things up for Shelly from the outside.
And what's Collinwood going to try to do to us?
They're going to press us the whole game. They know Angie's hurt and not here. They knew she was our ball handler. They're going to really get after us and try to force our younger players into some mistakes.
Well, that is about wrapping up for the pregame analysis from Eddie and Brian. We'll turn it back over to Charlie now.
All right, this has been the Eddie and Brian pregame show brought to you by T&M Video. If you have a video need, see Eddie or Charlie, we'll take care of your needs. Tonight's basketball game between the Summertown Eagles and the Collinwood Trojans are brought to you by D&D Grocery Center, Pine Knoll Landscaping of Summertown, Summertown Floral and Nursery on the Interval Pike, Community Bank and Trust of Summertown, Scott's Grocery of Summertown, Burleson's Garage at the Railroad Track in Summertown, Poor Girls Restaurant, Hughes Grocery, Hughes Cash and Carry, Copeland's Used Cars, Ray's Vinyl Construction of Lawrenceburg, Bird Insulation of Mount Pleasant, Carl's TV of Columbia, and T&M Video Summertown. Summertown basketball is brought to you on Channel 10 on Saturday and Sunday during the home basketball season. If you have comments, whether good or bad, regarding these telecasts, feel free to give us a call or stop us on the street and let us know your thoughts concerning the telecast. We're always striving to improve, and this is one avenue of improvement. These sponsors tonight hope you enjoy tonight's game with Collinwood, and we appreciate you coming by and doing business with them. Scott's Grocery, George and Jim Scott offer a full line of groceries, BP gas, cigarettes, and tobacco. We make sandwiches of all types. We specialize in pizza. We make pizza with a variety of combinations. You can call ahead or order while you wait. It's Scott's Grocery, 964-2306, located on Highway 20 in Summertown. Pine Knoll Landscaping of Summertown, Larry McCory, the owner, offer all type of residential and commercial landscaping and yard work. We will plant any type of shrub or tree, and we'll do all types of yard work. Pine Knoll features grass seating. We have a straw floor to cover our seating. They greatly appreciate your business. So for a free estimate of any type yard work, call Larry McCrory at 964-3514. It's just about game time. We're about ready for our national anthem, so we'll go to the Summertown High School Band and our national anthem. best little band in the country, Summertown High School Band. Now we'll go to the public address announcer for the starting lineup. First for the Collinwood Trojanettes.
Number 20 for Collinwood is Amy Sterry. She'll be playing the forward position. Number 10 is Madonna Thompson. She's at the guard. Number 22 will be Shannon Dixon. She's at the power forward position. Number 35 is Lisa Owen. She's the center for this Collinwood team. And number 11, Stacy Montgomery, rounds out the starting lineup. The lights will now go down and the Summertown Eaglets will now be introduced.
Number 23, a guard, Shelly Curtis. Number 00, Amy Blackwood. 33, Carissa Miller. And number 44, a freshman, Vanessa Bailey. And 55 is Leanne Corbin. She'll be playing center.
This is starting lineup for tonight's game. These Collinwood girls undefeated, ranked number 1 in the state. And the Summertown girls playing without their leading scorer and point guard, Angie Ferguson, tonight. She's out with a broken arm. Eddie, how do you think the game's going to start?
I believe we're going to come out. We're going to see a lot of full court pressure. Everywhere Summertown will be, Collinwood will be on top of them. It'll be up to Summertown to set the tempo of this game. If we can get it across half court and kind of settle into a half court offense, we got a good chance of staying with this Collinwood team. But if we don't handle their pressure, then it's going to be a long night for these Summertown Eagles.
Well, Lisa Bowen steps in against Vanessa Bailey for the tip. These are two fairly tall girls. We'll have a hold up to start with. I guess they're getting everything set. The ball is put in the air. Bowen and Bailey set for the tip, and the ball is up, and the ball is controlled by off of Collinwood's foot. Summertown gets the first break of the game. Carissa Miller set the inbound to Shelly Curtis. Looks like Shelly may be taking the point, Eddie.
What do you think about Shelly being on the point, Brian, rather than Carissa?
Well, Shelly's probably a better ball handler, Eddie, but it's going to take away from Shelly's offensive game. I don't know how many shots she's going to be able to get playing the point guard position for us tonight.
First possession there, they worked the ball inside Leanne Corbin, who found Vanessa Bailey underneath. It appears Summertown's going to try to look inside and try to get those girls in foul trouble, much like you predicted, Brian.
I think that's the best thing for us to do is to slow down, take our time, control the ball, and when we get a good open shot, we're going to have to make it.
Ball's taken off board by Bowen. Lisa Bowen brings the first rebound of the game. Collinwood running into Dixon. Dixon puts up a three-footer, has it blocked. Thompson brings the ball off the board.
Notice, what kind of defense was that? Was that a boxing one on Madonna Thompson?
It appeared to be there. Apparently Coach Bobby Warwick has seen Madonna Thompson play some other than against his team this year.
Yeah. It looks like it's probably a pretty smart move. We don't want her to get off to a red hot start on us.
Notice too, Collinwood is looking to push the ball up the floor every time. They like to get up and down the floor, get into a run and gun game. That's a good defensive play there by Shelly Curtis, who's forcing a turnover. Collinwood a little unsettled right now. Summertown playing some pretty good defense.
If we can force them to stop and set up in a half-court game, it's to our advantage, I think, Eddie.
Curtis puts a 15-foot jump shot. Give it to Summertown on the board first. 6:35 remaining first period, 2-0.
Summertown's working the ball fairly well. We've got good shots every time down the floor, Brian, but just haven't been able to capitalize thus far.
Yeah, I think we're doing what we need to do right now. That's another good defensive play by Amy Blackwood, overplaying the pass to the wing.
Well, timeout on the floor. Collinwood calls time. 6:26 remaining first period. Summertown 2, Collinwood nothing. Ray's vinyl siding and aluminum siding offer quality work at a price you can afford to pay. Call today for a free estimate. Donald Jean or Keith will stop by your house and will stop your house painting worries forever with vinyl or aluminum siding. with storm doors, storm windows, and seamless aluminum gutters and vinyl shutters. We also have patio covers. Ray's Construction is an Alcoa siding dealer. So phone 762-0610 or 762-1909 for a free estimate without obligation. Ray's Vinyl Siding.
That's a quick timeout by the Collinwood team at that time. Coach Hal Clark not happy at all with the way his team played and called timeout to see if we can make some kind of adjustment there. Immediately we're having problems getting the ball at the floor. They find Shelley's driven to the open lane, pulls up for a jumper, nails it. Fine play by Shelley Curtis.
Oh, that's just what we need. We need her to get off to a good start for us, Eddie. She's really going to have to pick it up, fill in for the void left by Angie Ferguson.
Right, I don't believe that's a box and one. I believe it's what you call a triangle and two. Shelley Curtis is chasing Amy Sterry, and Amy Blackwood is chasing Madonna Thompson, with the other three playing a triangle zone down there, the way I read it.
I believe he was right, Ed. I got a little better look at it that time. That's what we're in.
Shannon Dixon goes up for a 5-footer, and she's fouled.
That's going to put a lot of
Miller.
That's going to put a lot of pressure on those other three girls to really box out and go to the boards hard on the rebound. We're going to have to really hustle to get them long rebounds now.
Shannon Dixon at the line to shoot two. First one's off the rim. They are kind of unsettled.
Yeah, Collinwood characteristics a very good free throw shooting team. Well, they're very fundamentally sound in all aspects of the game, and you usually notice a team that has that because they can nail those free throws, as Shannon Dixon makes the second of that. But once again, they're in their full court press going at us.
Over to Bailey. Bailey driving. Finds Corbin underneath. Has trouble picking the ball up. Back out to Curtis. Blackwood 20 feet out on the high post.
Vanessa Bailey turns on around on a jumper and nails it home for Summertown, who leads 6-1 to everyone's surprise in the gym, Brian.
When Summertown looks sharper tonight on offense and getting after on defense harder than I've seen them all year, I believe, Ed. They're really coming together, I believe. They're determined not to fold just because they're without their star guard.
That shows some good character and good coaching on the part of Bobby Wyrick there. What do you think about this defense we're trying to play, Brian?
Well, Collinwood scored right there, Eddie, but I believe that may be what has them rattled right now. I don't know if we can stay in it all night, but for right now, I think it seems to be working. It's taking them out of their offense.
Collinwood is settling down. They're trying to work the ball into Shannon Dixon in the low post there, and that time she was able to maneuver in the middle there and create some confusion on whose assignment it was to guard her, and she's going for a three-point play and missed the free throw, so only resulted in 2 points.
That's going to be the key. If they ever get the ball in the lane with just them three girls playing the zone, it's going to be tough for us to stop after they get it in there.
Curtis takes one all the way in, lays it up, misses. Bailey brings it off, misses. Ball comes off to Collinwood. We have a high ball, alternating possessions. Which way is it going?
Looks like it'd be Collinwood's ball, bringing it down to this end of the floor here.
There's a mix-up, Eddie. Collinwood got the tip and lost it out of bounds. It should be our ball. They control the first tip. Or does it not work that way?
Well, that's the way I understood it there, and Coach Bobby Wyrick is upset about this. And
they call no possession on the ball out of bounds on the tip.
Okay.
I didn't know it worked that way, but I guess it does.
Well, how would they determine who gets the ball first then if there was no possession to start with?
Whoever they gave it to start the game gets the possession, I guess.
Okay.
Montgomery, 5-footer, no good. Corbin rips the ball off the board over to Curtis.
We can't run off the lever there, Eddie.
No, one mistake you're going to have if you try to dribble through this Collinwood press, you're going to have to pass over as Summertown has done earlier.
Yeah.
You can't run off and leave one player to go through 1 or 3 like that. So let's look see how we handle that.
We had Vanessa Bailey got the ball underneath in heavy traffic and called for a travel down on Summertown's last possession.
Terry puts up a 5-foot running across the middle, and the ball comes off of Summertown's hands. Collinwood puts the ball back in play underneath their own basket. 4:17 remaining, first period, 6-3. Summertown still had the lead.
Eddie
Steary puts one up and makes.
Excuse me, Charlie. Eddie, Summertown's not a very deep team. Anyway, how do you think these two girls playing the man-to-man is going to affect their stamina for the night? Will we be able to hold up doing that all night?
Well, as you said, Brian, we're not a very deep team, and those two girls they're guarding are some of the quickest and most active in the district. They don't stand still. They keep moving, so it could have some effect on their offensive showing. As you know, late in the game, if your legs get a little tired, the shots don't go in as well, but these girls are in pretty fair shape. I guess they're in better condition than anybody else on the Eagle team, so I don't look for it to affect them that much because they're having to hustle a lot down there anyway.
Montgomery puts one up, gets her own rebound and follows, gives Collinwood the lead for the first time tonight, 7-6. We have a turnover, and Bowen lays one up and in, 9-6, quickly. Bailey running, 10-foot turnaround, no good. Taken off the board by Steary. Collinwood running with Thompson leading the charge.
We did a good job breaking the press that time, but if we get down there and don't have a layup, I think it would be in the best interest of Summertown to pull it back out and set up and wait on Shelley Curtis.
We can't afford to, blow an opportunity like that. We got to get the ball in the basket when we get down there. Once again, Collinwood punches the ball into Lisa Bowen. Number 33, Carissa Miller, reaches in to pick up, and that's her second foul on the night. Could be a substitution possibly coming up here. I believe Coach Warwick will leave her in there until she picks up 3, but let's keep an eye on that foul trouble there.
Now, Carissa, normally our 6th player tonight, forced into the starting role. That just takes one less player off the bench of our depth.
Summertown wasn't a very deep team as far as experience is concerned. We've mainly got a young team all the way around as Leanne Corbin rips down another rebound for Summertown.
Over to Blackwood. Blackwood holds up 15 feet out on high post. Corbin driving the middle, lays one up, comes off, taking off to Blackwood, puts one up, and she's fouled by.
Good hustle by Amy Blackwood going in there among the much bigger girls from Collinwood and dragging that rebound and getting the foul.
Lisa Bowen picks up her foul, first foul. That's her first personal team foul, number 2. And Amy Blackwood goes to the line, shoot 2.
That's a good move on Leanne's part. She gets the ball at the top of the key, and ordinarily Leanne doesn't take the ball to the hole. She's a good shooter, but that's a fine move to take the ball inside, resulting in everyone getting out of position. Amy able to slip in and get that rebound that time.
Yeah, that was a good move on Leanne's part. We need to take the ball to the basket, try to pick up a few fouls.
2:45 remaining in the first period. Collinwood has 11-7 lead. We have a ball tapped out of bounds on the inbound pass. Summertown set to put it back in play against the full court press. Stolen by Thompson. Thompson working the right wing.
I think that's one of Thompson's greatest assets. She doesn't look to be that quick, but she seems to be able to get steals when people, she gets in those passing lanes and picks the ball off very good.
Yeah, she's very deceptive with her foot speed, Ed.
We have a foul by Leanne Corbin, her first personal and the 4th team foul, so on the next foul, Collinwood will be in the 1-and-1. Montgomery takes about a 15-foot set. Nobody went out on her.
I'd say that's what Coach White wanted right there, would be her to shoot, and she nails it.
If she hits that shot, we're going to be in some serious trouble all night. They're gambling on the fact she not only is a passer, doesn't shoot that much, but she showed there she does have a good shot when it needs to be shot.
Amy Steary picks up her first personal and the 3rd team foul on the Collinwood Trojanettes with 2:16 remaining in the first period.
Summertown's getting a person in the middle of the floor, Brian. They're getting them the ball. Results in a fine pass from Shelley Curtis to Leanne Corbin, who connects for the layup.
That was an excellent job by Summertown breaking the press that time, Ed. That's just what we wanted.
Leanne's first 2 points of the night makes it 13-9. Collinwood with an advantage. And to Dixon. Dixon puts up, drives the lane, and she's fouled by Leanne. Picked up another quick foul. That's her second.
Number 10, Bridget Davenport, is coming into the game, replacing Amy Blackwood. Looks like Amy's a little winded from chasing around Madonna Thompson. Perhaps that's a move to give her a break with 1:49 left in the first quarter here. Bridget, a very quick girl, maybe she can stay with her and give Amy enough time to get her win back.
Yeah, I'd say you're right, Ed. I'd say that's what she's in there for, is defensive purposes. She hadn't seen much playing time this year. She's getting thrown in there against the strong tonight.
Dixon connects on both the free throws, and we have a substitute number 12 for Collinwood comes in. That'll be Patterson checking into the lineup.
That's kind of surprise to me, taking Amy Sterry out this early in the ball game. She seems to be the heart of this Collinwood team. I guess coach didn't think she was doing a job or something.
Perhaps he's taking her out so she won't get another foul picked up on her. And there's Miss Defense coming alive with the basketball, Brian.
Yeah, like I said, she's in there for offense, Ed.
Points up, nails her first points that I've seen her make all year. That's a fine shot.
Montgomery puts up a 15-footer off. Bailey rips the ball off the board for Summertown.
There's a good, strong rebound by Vanessa Bailey. We're going to need that in there from her all night. She's got to fight for everything she can get.
Teresa Miller puts up a 12-foot jump shot. 13-15, 1 minute left in the quarter.
Looks like these girls are a lot more confident tonight, Brian. They seem to be pouring together, like you said, to try to not have that excuse of losing their guard. You know, senior leader and point leader. They want to make up for it and prove these people they can play anyway. Really playing hard right now.
And the longer we stay in the game, Ed, the more confident Summertown's going to get.
Patterson just put up a 15-foot air ball. Summertown has a chance to tie or take the lead with less than a minute remaining in the first period.
What kind of press are they putting on us, Brian?
Is it a 2-2-1? I really can't tell right off, or a 1-3-1.
I think I'm reading a 1-2-1-1. I was wondering if you saw the same thing out of it.
It might be what it is.
Shelly Curtis has picked up a charge, her first personal. The 6th team foul against Summertown, but offensive foul, you won't shoot a free throw. Low post to Bowen. Bowen missed one, taken off by Thompson. Thompson to Sterry, over to Montgomery, driving the lane, lays one up. It's no good. Taken off the board by Bowen, and we have a foul.
That's one thing we can't afford to give Collinwood too many second shots. Bridget Davenport had the girl boxed out on the first shot, but she was just so much shorter than the Collinwood girl that the ball just bounded over her head.
Number 00 comes back in. That's Amy Blackwood. She's replacing Leanne Corbin. Leanne just picked up her third foul with 23 seconds to go in the first quarter, trying to get that rebound for Summertown. But what kind of effect do you think that's going to have on the team, Brian?
Oh, that's tough. That's tough luck for us right there. It takes out our inside muscle and strength. But maybe we'll just pull together that much better with us.
One thing it does take away a strength factor, but it adds some quickness to the team. Amy, a much quicker player than Leanne, although doesn't have near the strength, able to go underneath there.
Blackwood brings the ball off the board, and she's fouled. That's only the 4th team foul against the Collinwood girls.
It should help in breaking this press too, Eddie. We got an extra ball handler in there, and like you said, a little more quickness and speed. Summertown evidently has put in a lot of work the last couple of weeks getting ready for this Collinwood press. They're breaking the press better tonight, and I've seen them all year. And getting the shots we want.
We have a tie ball on the rebound and alternating possessions to Summertown with 12 seconds remaining.
I think Shannon Dixon got a little fired up right there. She's throwing everybody down.
We got 7 seconds left. Summertown will be inbounding the ball, trying to come up with a play where they can tie at the end of the first quarter. And boy, won't that be a surprise to all the Summertown fans here, Brian?
If we score right here, this place sort of really get loud in here, Ed. Everybody thought Summertown the big underdog, and they're fighting and scrapping to stay in the game.
Curtis puts up a 5-foot jumper at the buzzer. At the end of the first quarter, Summertown 15, Collinwood 15. Burleson's Garage, Larry Burleson, owner, has Union 76 products and all major brands of oil. Larry offers a full line of mechanical repairs and has 24-hour record service. The business and home phone are listed in the telephone directory. Larry is open 6 to 5 daily, except Wednesday and Sunday. That's Burleson's Garage in Summertown. Summertown Floral and Nursery, Lynn Gibson, the owner, specializes in floral arrangements of both live and silk flowers. We have balloon bouquets as well as shrubs, bedding plants, shade trees, and topsoil. We carry a full line of trees. The concrete fountains, bird baths, and picnic tables will decorate any yard. This spring we will have a large supply of mulch for your plants. Summertown Floral and Nursery offer free delivery to area hospitals and funeral homes. We're also a member of AFS Wire Service, 964-2161, Summertown Floral and Nursery.
Start of the second quarter will be Collinwood's ball, as we got a jump ball there at the end of the first half, or the first quarter. Amy Sterry back into the lineup, and she nails a jumper. Her little stay on the bench may have woke her up. Let's hope for Summertown's sake and still keep her in check. As we break the press by throwing over once again, going in for a shot, and we nail it home, Brian. What about this team?
I think we may be in for a game after all, Ed. I'm sorry to say, but I was one of the few people that thought we were big underdogs tonight, but the girls are proving me wrong, and I'm glad they are.
They're still sticking with that. I don't know what kind of defense you'd call it there.
But Collinwood is definitely not taking the shots they normally take. They get a steal right there, though.
They'll return over to Montgomery. Montgomery lays one up and in. They're giving it full court press, giving us fits into Curtis. Curtis coming up the left side. Over in the middle of Baylor. Bailey on the right side. Bad pass. Dixon intercepts. Curtis brings the ball back and she's fouled by number 22.
Billy Curtis getting after it tonight, Ed. She's really playing hard on both ends of the floor. She's got this Summertown team fired up and ready to go tonight.
That's a fine play on her part, and Ashley hustling back after Summertown making a turnover and getting down and making the steal and drawing a foul on number 22 for Collinwood, Shannon Dixon. But that's only her first foul, and we need to battle her a whole lot more because she has a history of getting into foul trouble, and she is one of their clutch, experienced performers.
That's only the fourth team foul for Collinwood, so the next foul, Summertown goes to the 1-1. Over to Curtis. Curtis working back court against Montgomery. Montgomery guarding her closely. Curtis works the free throw line. They leave the middle open. Puts up a 5-foot jump. 19-19.
Collinwood's trying to play us a man-to-man, Brian, and they apparently don't have a man or a person to guard Shelly Curtis out there. Do you look for them to go to a zone anytime soon?
I think they're going to stick with this man just a little bit longer, Ed. But I'm surprised that we're getting as many open shots as we are, but it's a tribute to our ball movement and good ball handling on our part, I think.
Blackwood intercepts the pass, and she's fouled. Stacy Montgomery, that's her first personal, so all five of the starters for Collinwood has one foul each. Summertown goes to the line for the 1-1. Bridget Davenport at the line to shoot the 1-1 to give Summertown the lead. 6:27 remaining in the first half. It's up, bounces good. Summertown 20, Collinwood 19.
I doubt if anyone expected us to have a lead this late in the game tonight.
Bridget Davenport at the line for her second. Nothing but net. 21-19. Stacy Montgomery brings the ball down. Collinwood sets up. Montgomery over to Sterry. Sterry takes about a 12-foot jump shot. Give it to her.
That's her shot right there, Ed. When we saw her play earlier, she burned the nets up from that distance right in there, 12, 15 feet.
Yeah, it's what makes her one of the more potent players in the district, Brian. When she gets that shot, she usually don't miss it. Summertown doing a good job of working to give a pass to the inbound, but you got to watch those going backward passes, I call. When you're on their end of the floor, you can't afford to make a turnover because it results in 2 easy points for Collinwood.
The passes are too slow and too long right now, Ed. We got to cut and break to the ball.
Looks like we had a foul call that time on number 00, Amy Blackwood. Both girls hustling at the ball along to the floor. That's her first foul, Summertown.
Looks like we had a couple of fouls in the melee and she got caught.
kind of a late whistle there by the referee, but there was a lot of contact on the play. I guess there had to be a foul somewhere.
They had me confused there for a moment. Everybody was going to the other end. I thought we were going to get to shoot free throws.
Stacy Montgomery at the line to shoot the 1-and-1. First one's up and good. 24-21, 5:47, second period. Collinwood Trojans leading the Summertown Eaglettes.
Stacy Montgomery showing good improvement from game to game, I think, Ed. She's really come out since our earlier meeting up in Collinwood.
Also, we saw her play against the Waynesboro team, Brian. She showed some good leadership there down the stretch. Yeah, they fired that team up at that time.
Yeah, Syria goes up for a shot, and she's fouled by Curtis. Summertown getting a flurry of bad breaks within the last 30 seconds.
She's a spark plug if she's playing her game.
That's the second foul on Shelly Curtis, and with that foul, Coach Bobby Wyatt calls timeout with 5:44 to go in the first quarter of the second quarter. Summertown trailing 24-21.
Copeland's used cars located at intersection of highways 43 and 20 offer a full range of used cars. Copeland used cars open 9 to 5 Monday through Saturday. Danny says, save a little, drive a little, save a lot. Copeland's used cars, phone 964-2299. Copeland has a large selection of clean used cars at prices you can afford.
Back to action here. Amy Sterry makes the first of her free throws to increase Collinwood's lead 25-21. Ready for her second toss.
It's up, it's good. Collinwood pulls out to a 4-point lead. Summertown working the ball up the left side, and Amy Blackwood takes steps. Had an open road and realized it too late.
We got to work hard here not to get discouraged and really toughen up and play tough right here. We're having a rough stretch, but we're going to have to tighten up just a little bit.
Amy Sterry, it's about an 8-foot jump shot from the right side, bring the lead to 6. Bailey drops the ball, picks up by Sterry. Sterry working the free throw line over to Montgomery. Montgomery lays one up. It's off. Ball taken off the board by Bailey, and she's fouled by Montgomery. Stacy Montgomery picks up her
second foul. That's a fine hustle on Vanessa Bailey's part there. After having the ball stripped from her, she hustles back down the floor, gets in on the play, and finally drags a rebound, drawing the foul from Stacy Montgomery.
We saw that all year long from her, Ed. I think she came up, she's just a freshman, but she'll get in there and mix it up with anybody.
One of the leading rebounders in the district. Vanessa Bailey's first one, it's good.
Been working a lot on her free throws lately, Brian. We know we saw her up here at the gym shooting, especially practicing those. She's had some problems there this year, but naturally I jinxed her right away then, but her form's looking a lot better and her confidence seems to be up a lot more, so look for that to improve.
She has shown great improvement on her free throws there.
Montgomery driving the middle, puts up about a 5-foot jump shot. They're leaving the middle open.
Well, Collinwood, I think, is starting to figure out this triangling, too. They're finding the seam in the zone and able to penetrate down the middle of the lane.
Over to Davenport. Davenport driving, puts up about a 2-foot jump shot. That's her 4th point.
She's come to play tonight, hasn't she, Brian? She's really getting in there and hustling hard and showing no fear of this more experienced
She's ready. She knows she's got an opportunity to prove something, and she is taking full advantage of it.
She has 6 points.
There's a fine move by Shannon Dixon down there. Tough shot. Summertown came, checked her, and she still nailed a jump shot in her face.
She just fine all-around player. It's going to be tough to keep Collinwood confused on offense all night long. They're too well coached, but we're just going to have to just try a little harder and avoid mistakes like that. When we get the ball across half court, we're really going to have to take care of it.
We are getting the ball across half court. That's a surprise to me. Over at Collinwood, we really had a problem with that, especially in the third quarter. They just flat shut us out. We couldn't get the ball over half court.
Well, I think one of the keys why we're doing better tonight is I think we're passing the ball to break the press. Usually, Summertown has a tendency to try to dribble through a zone press, and it's just nearly impossible to do that. You beat a zone press by passing the ball.
Teresa Miller and Bailey lays one up and in, and she is fouled.
got an injury out here on the floor. Bridget Davenport was, Lisa Bowen, number 35, fell on her, and she's having a problem. They're trying to get the ref's attention to signal this, so there may be a break in the action here. As they look over Bridget.
Foul by number 22, Shannon Dixon. Shannon picks up her second personal tonight.
Well, we all hope Bridget's all right, because Summertown just can't get a break. She comes in and does a great job, and has got 6 points on the night, and that's just something we weren't expecting out of her, and she's proven everyone wrong. And we hope maybe she's able to get back into action before too much longer.
Number 25, Alicia Benefield, is coming in. She'll be replacing Bridget. Alicia's seen several minutes of playing time this year. Number 31 for Collinwood is Stooksbury, and she makes her first appearance in the lineup. Big girl. Collinwood going to a power lineup here with 3:58 to go in the second quarter.
I think he sees Summertown's got a rather small team on the floor, and he may be going to take us to the backboard now.
Number 33, Carissa Miller, picks up her third foul, another Summertown player in critical foul trouble. She's played over a quarter, I guess, without picking up that third foul, but I see Coach Wyrick has a decision now. Will he take her out, or will he be forced to go with her? Brian, what would you do in a situation like this?
Well, it's going to hurt us, but we've got to take her out. We can't afford to let her get her fourth foul before the half. I know.
Number 10, Bridget Davenport, is coming back in the lineup to replace Carissa Miller, so Bridget must be okay. She must just had a blow to the head or something and get her son momentarily, but after getting her win, she's back in the lineup now.
Lisa Bowen at the line to complete the 1-and-1. Second one's up, it's good. 3:57 remaining, second period. Collinwood 34, Summertown 26.
We've been talking about the versatility of some of the Collinwood players, but I guess we should note Shelly Curtis. She's handling the ball for us on the offense, and I noticed down here on defense, she's been being the ones in there fighting for the rebounds for Summertown. She's having to play both ways herself.
Bailey puts up about a 5-foot jump shot. She's fouled by Amy Steary.
That's her second foul. Vanessa goes into the lane there, but there's no basket on the play. He did not count the basket. He ruled there was a foul on the drive, even though the shot went in. I thought the basket should have counted myself, but the referee saw it differently than what I had. He's the man in charge. Vanessa misses the front end of the 1-1. Tough play for Summertown again.
Yeah, we had just what we wanted, and then we're trying to pick up fouls, but we didn't want to get fouled right there. We wound up making the basket.
Summertown bringing her back, and the Davenport has it blocked by Stooksbury. Taken off by Steary.
Nice pass by Alicia Benefield. We had the open shot for just a split second, but then Collinwood closed it down and got the block.
Montgomery driving the left side, cut off, lays one up.
Nice shot.
Brings a 12-point lead with 3 minutes remaining in the second period. Over to Bailey. Bailey driving the middle, pulls up for about a 5-foot jump shot. They're hitting that shot.
That time I noticed we had a 4-on-1 down the floor, and every time thus far that we threw over, we've had a 3-on-2 or 3-on-1 at least down the floor. We just got to be able to hit those shots in order to get this Collinwood team out of that zone press.
We're doing everything right except for making the shot, Ed. Turnover by Montgomery on caller for traveling.
Number 12, Swella Patterson back in the ball game for Collinwood. Going to replace Stacy Montgomery. She's been handling the ball. Summertown still facing the full court press of Collinwood. They don't let up.
Tough place to throw the ball inbounds right there too, Ed. There's not much room right there in front of that bench.
It seems like I can find a better spot for that, but as Shelly Curtis takes the ball all the way, picks up a foul from number 31, Amanda Stooksbury, and that'll be her first foul. It will send Shelly to the line. But I believe she'll be shooting 2 this time.
Shelly's just taking charge. She's just leading this team tonight. She just seems to be lifting everyone up to her level of play.
2:36 remaining in the first half. Collinwood holds to a 9-point advantage, and Shelly is the line to complete the back end of the 1-and-1.
I I think the key to the success thus far, though, is everyone is contributing. Everybody's doing their job on the press. They're passing the ball and finding that open person and getting that shot. And we can just start hitting a few more, and we're really going to be in this ball game.
We pulled her back to 8 from a 12-point lead. We brought her back to 8 with 2:25. The ball goes off of Collinwood into Summertown.
I know, too, that Summertown has a very small lineup on the floor right now. In fact, everybody but Vanessa Bailey is normally a guard. And several girls having to shift to a bigger position. They're doing a fine job of rebounding against this taller and quicker Collinwood team.
Yeah, they are, Ed. And Summertown just made a smart play. We broke the press and we didn't have the shot, and we pulled it back out and set up in our half-court game. We weren't able to convert.
We're hustling on the rebound. Bowen had it, and she's tied up with Blackwood. Bowen Gill's about 6'8". Blackwood Gill's about 6 inches to Bowen.
Amy Blackwood won't back down, though. She's a scrapper.
Every player needs a player like Amy Blackwood to get in there and really sacrifice their body and do what it takes to let the team win.
Yep.
Looks like Shelton's getting walk happy every time Summertown gets the ball on the high post. We're taking steps.
When we get the ball right there, it's always better to turn when you catch the ball and face the basket. And if you ain't got it then pass it back out.
Collinwood working on the left side over to Patterson. Patterson over to Thompson. Thompson tries to feed to the low post. Stooksbury, and
good hands by Bridget Davenport right there.
Yeah, that play, I saw it developing. I thought they had a sure back door, but Davenport also saw it and got over there and broke up the play. It was a fine play on her part.
1:35 remaining first half, 38-30. Collinwood in possession. Over to Patterson, over to Thompson, 25-footer. Here's Madonna 3.
There she is. I was wondering how long it's going to take her to even get a shot off out there. Normally she lets her fly. Instantly turns around, picks up the defensive pressure, and ties the ball up as it's Collinwood's ball on the alternating possession rule. Summertown needs to be careful not to let Collinwood have a quick run here at the end of the half. We have 1:18 to go, and we're only down 11 now. Nothing else, we'd like to go in at least 10. There's a fine play by Collinwood. They get the ball inside. Doesn't go, and Amy Blackwood drags the rebound down. Looking for some help. Once again, there's Madonna Thompson in the way, Brian.
She's that three-pointer must have sparked her on. She's been in on the last 4 or 5 plays. We need to try to avoid dribbling to that corner and picking our dribble up over there because they're getting us every time over there. Try to keep the ball in the middle of the floor.
Number 21, Frank, comes into the lineup for Collinwood. That time, she stepped into the passing lane of Shelly Curtis and caused Shelly to take steps on the play. That's Jennifer Franks that came in. I wasn't for sure of her first name.
1:01 remaining first half, 41-30. Collinwood inbound. We have another turnover.
Good defense by Alicia Benefield.
One thing for sure, we can't pick our feet up tonight. Got to walk on your knees.
That's one of the calls that they've let go a whole lot this year compared with past. Is a little more lenient on the wall, but tonight these refs are tightening down on it and making for a good, clean ball game.
They may realize Summertown's supposed to be 50 points down. Curtis puts up a 10-foot jump, taken off the board by Franks.
Thought she rushed her shot just a little bit there, but you can't fault Shelly. She's been making that shot all night. You know, we're going to have her to score.
They're taking good shots. I think they're really surprising themselves on how open they have been, Brian. And perhaps they'll settle down a little bit and able to make these shots later on. Madonna Thompson drives the baseline on one of her patented moves, but for some reason it didn't go that time. She nailed the three-pointer, but had a problem with the play up there.
Well, when the ball goes up on the basket, Collinwood's height really shows when they get under the ball. They just keep tipping it until finally they get control of it.
Another thing we got to look at is the foul problems at Summertown. We're not able to get on it aggressively as what we'd like to as we break the press. Bad pass. And
two girls bumped heads on the other end. We don't stop play. Thompson goes in for 2. It's Davenport again.
Like a serious lick that time. Two girls ran together down there. both hustling, going for the ball. And have an injury timeout on the floor. Coach Bobby Wire looking for someone to go in.
Number 12 for Collinwood and Bridget Davenport, they crashed heads pretty hard right there.
Lisa Pilkington coming into the ball game for Summertown.
We got 8 seconds to go, and suddenly Collinwood's amassed a 15-point lead on us here. We're going to try to get the ball down the floor. We're probably looking for Shelly Curtis to put up a three-pointer and possibly go inside to Vanessa Bailey here.
Jackie Garland checking in for Summertown also. 4, 3, 2.
Gotta shoot it. Whistle blow.
We have steps. And as first half comes to an end, Collinwood 45, Summertown 30. Bird Insulation, Highway 43 in Mount Pleasant. If you're building a new home or repairing an existing house, you need to be in touch with Bird concerning the insulation. They're qualified to handle TVA projects also. Bird offers radon testing and mitigation at your site. For the best quality work with the most experience, contact L.W. Bird, Ricky Thompson, or your local Lawrence County representative, Noah Perry, to fulfill your insulation needs. 379-5562. Or watch number 1-800-223-3061.
For a scoring rundown in the first half, for Collinwood, Madonna Thompson had 7 points, Shannon Dixon 9 points, Lisa Bowen 4, Amy Sterry with 12 points, and Stacy Montgomery was the leading scorer with 13 points. For Summertown, Shelly Curtis led the way with 10 points with a fine first half. Leanne Corbin had 2 points. She picked up 3 fouls. Vanessa Bailey has 7. Amy Blackwood 3. And Carissa Miller with 2 points. She also has 3 fouls. And Bridget Davenport providing a spark off the bench with 6 big points for Summertown.
D&D Grocery and Center, David and Diane Bailey are the owners, open 5:30 each day. We have a full line snack bar with pizza, old-fashioned hamburgers and snacks. D&D is your headquarters for hunting and fishing license and equipment. D&D is also a deer checking station during the season. And we have a full line of pipe fittings and nuts and bolts. Well, it's about time to start the second half. What do you think we're going to see this half?
I think we'll see more of what we saw in the first half there with Collinwood trying to come out and put as much pressure as they can on the ball and force Summertown to display some better ball handling and shooting than what they did in the first half. Like we said, Collinwood likes to run and gun the ball. They like to get out on the break, run the floor, and shoot those layups. But they do have a good half-court offense. Fortunately, Coach Bobby Wire provided a little wrinkle to Coach Hal Clark of Collinwood. I don't think he was ready for that triangle and 2 defense. What about it, Brian?
That was a nice surprise thrown in there by Coach White. I mean, I don't know. I wasn't expecting us to do nothing like that, and I'm sure Collinwood's coach wouldn't. It kept Collinwood off balance for a good part of the first quarter.
I think one of the factors in the second half will be the foul trouble. Summertown has 2 of its key starters, number 33, Carissa Miller, and number 55, Leanne Corbin, with 3 fouls apiece. And also, Shelly Curtis has 2 fouls to go along with it. But Collinwood, no, they don't have any player with more than 2 fouls. It's Coach Hal Clark freely substituted there at the end to avoid any player getting into foul trouble.
These first few minutes are going to be very important for Summertown. If we can avoid Collinwood getting off to a quick start, then we'll be right back in the game.
Amy Sterry puts up a 10-foot air ball, taken off by Summertown. Another bad pass, taken up by Sterry, and Sterry's fouled by Shelly Curtis. It's Shelly's third, just what we didn't want to happen.
Yeah, we really played a good job that time. Got them to take a shot that they really didn't want to take, I don't think. I think they could have got a better shot out of that, but Sterry came up short. We battled for the rebound and made a turnover on their end of the floor, and that results in 2 points most of the time.
Sterry puts one up, and it falls off. And Leanne Corbin brings the ball off the board. Over to Blackwood on the left wing. Back out to Curtis. 22-foot set. Give her 3. Shelly Curtis, her first 3-pointer of the night.
A big shot, big basket for Summertown.
That helped them get off to a good start like that, Brian. Coming down the floor and setting up and That'll make them respect that shot a little more. Maybe it'll open up the inside for Leanne and Vanessa to do some more damage in there.
Bailey brings one off the board. Summertown on attack once again.
We need to break somebody up high to help get the ball across. There we get it.
Over to Miller. Miller working the right wing on the high post to Bailey. Wide open, 15-foot jump shot. Give it to her. Cut the lead to 9.
Vanessa's been working on that shot a whole lot, hasn't she, Brian?
Yeah, she has. She's really been putting a lot of time in on her own other than just up here in organized practice. And if they give her that shot all night long, I'm sure she's going to make the most of it.
Shannon Dixon, 15-foot jumper. Give it to her from the corner. 47-35.
She's a little better shooter than most people think she is, Ed. When we went and saw Collinwood play Wayne County, she had several points and a couple of three-point baskets, if I remember right.
That's correct. She was a pretty hot shooter out there. Ordinarily, she's underneath the goal doing the damage. She has some good shots coming in from the outside scoring. They'll have to respect that shot. Collinwood went to a half-court trap on their defense, and that's providing a little problem for Summertown thus far. We got a foul on the play.
Amy Sherry on the drive. We got a foul on Vanessa Bailey. It's her second.
Are we still in our triangle in 2?
Best I can tell, we are. We've got Amy chasing Madonna Thompson, who pulls up on a running jumper, doesn't go down. And still Shelly Curtis is trying to guard Amy Sterry.
Bailey pulls the ball off the board to Curtis. All the way to the baseline. She's cut off. Feeds back out to Bailey. Puts up a 5-foot jumper. It bounces. No good. Taken off the board by Bowen. Collinwood on the attack.
Thought we had it tied up there for a moment, but Collinwood player was able to jerk free and retain possession.
Stacy Montgomery working out front. Over to Madonna Thompson. 22 feet out. Sterry trying to make a move.
Collinwood's just standing around on offense like they don't know what to do.
Yeah, they're not having any movement at all as a team in their offense. It's surprising to see a Collinwood team react that way.
5 minutes to play in the third period. 49-35. Summertown brings across to Blackwood to Corbin. Has the ball intercepted by Sterry. Sterry throws the ball away, picking up by Montgomery. Montgomery working length of the floor to Dixon. Dixon puts up a 5-foot jumper. She got behind everybody.
A nice spin move on the baseline down there. The defense got there to cut her off, and she just spun right around for the easy layup.
Bad pass picking up by Sterry. Sterry running the length of the floor. Has the ball turned over. Throws it back against the Summertown player.
As a ball handler, you get a lot of turnovers. It might not really be your fault. When someone passes you the ball, you should come to meet the ball. And Summertown, I feel like, is just waiting on the ball to come to them down here on the offensive end of the court, and Collinwood is able to step in and intercept.
Timeout with 4:26 remaining, third period. Collinwood has a 16-point lead. Community Bank and Trust of Summertown would like to take this opportunity to let the people of Lawrence County know that we appreciate your business. The Community Bank and Trust offer a complete line of banking services with competitive rates of interest on all money market and certificate of deposit accounts, as well as low interest rates on all types of loans. We invite you, the people of Lawrence County, to visit any of our 3 convenient offices and discuss your financial needs with our friendly personnel. So for personalized service, come see the friendly folks at Community Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Collinwood's getting set to inbound the ball after the timeout here with a 16-point lead, 51-35 with 4:25 to go in the second quarter. Thompson spots up for that three-pointer. Oh, we got a break there. She missed it. Leanne Corbin goes high for the rebound. Clear to Shelly Curtis, and now we're setting up in we get a different look from Collinwood. What kind of defense are we seeing now?
Well, I thought it was a 1-3-1, and it looked like it fell back into a extending 2-3. I really couldn't tell. It
looked to me like turnover in any event.
It looked like a 2-3 zone that Thompson comes out and puts a little pressure on the point guard and then falls back into a straight 2-3 zone like that.
Bridget Davenport into the ball game for Summertown, replacing Carissa Miller. Collinwood on the attack. Amy Steary cut off the baseline and the high post to Bowen. Bowen puts up a 8-foot turnaround. Lisa Bowen has 8 points on the night. Summertown fast breaking. Bailey puts up about an 8-foot jump shot. Really 11 points for Bailey tonight.
Really shooting the ball well tonight. I've not seen her shoot this well in recent games. I guess some of that hard work is starting to pay off.
They're getting the ball into her in a good position where she can shoot off the dribble too. She has time to get her rhythm going. She's knocking that shot down. And there's Bridget Davenport once again hustling to get a rebound. They're really doing a job off the bench tonight.
Been a big surprise. I'd say she's earning herself a little playing time.
Coach Bobby Wyatt thinks so. Bring her in this early in the second half. A pass into Leanne Corbin, who missed the shot. Bridget after the rebound. She goes to the floor to get it. Comes out with a jump ball, and Summertown will have the ball in the alternating possession.
Well, Bridget's a scrappy little girl. She get down there and fight and claw with any of them.
We got Amy Blackwood working the point of Summertown. A 25-foot left-handed three-pointer for Shelly Curtis.
Shelly Curtis came to play tonight, as John Wood would say. She's hitting from everywhere.
She was just as far out as she could go on the side that trip. Collinwood working the ball in the middle to Dixon. Dixon puts up a 10-footer, no good. We have a pushing foul on the rebound on number 20, Amy Steary.
That's only her third foul, and 2:33 to go in the third quarter. It'd be real nice if we get her another foul picked up here and let her sit down and think about it a while. She's really been a catalyst for this team tonight.
If we keep boxing her out the way Shelly Curtis did last time down the floor, we might get another foul.
Summertown again breaks the press, comes down with a 3-on-1, and with a good pass from Shelly Curtis, she gets it to Leanne Corbin and makes the shot.
That's Leanne's 4th point of the night. Stacy Montgomery counters with a 15-foot jump shot, 55-42 with 2:08 left the third period. Davenport has a bad pass, intercepted by Dixon. Dixon running, cut off over to Thompson. Madonna Thompson, 25-foot set shot. Give her 3.
Collinwood starting to get on a run right here. Madonna Thompson picks up a foul, called for a block on the sideline. Her second.
It's only the team's second foul of the quarter. Summertown set to put the ball in play in backcourt.
Right. It seems we're playing some awful good ball now, but we're still down by 16 points at this time. That Collinwood team has really come to play also tonight.
It shows you the strength of this Collinwood team. They've really got a fine program over there.
State's number 1 team. They're supposed to be tough. Into Corbin. 5-foot pass.
Amy Blackwood did a great job running the break that time.
1:30 remaining in the third period, 58-44. Coach Hal Clark giving directions. Don't like what he's seeing in the middle to Bowen. Bowen puts up an air ball, taken off of Bailey. Bailey to Curtis.
We can make a small run right here and get it down to about 10 going into the fourth quarter. Anything can happen. Summertown's not out of this game by any means.
Curtis setting up on the out front, bothered by Thompson. On the high post to Bailey. Bailey puts up a 12-foot jump shot.
That's what they call face, I think, right there.
Girl comes, picks her up, she'll shoot you and able to make it. Vanessa really feeling confident tonight and able to get their shot off. Collinwood looking around, staring with a set shot. She nailed it again. Is she a clutch performer or what, Brian?
She is. If Collinwood needs a basket, it wouldn't surprise me to see him go to her every time.
60-46 with 38 seconds remaining in the quarter.
Excuse me, Charlie. You let her get her feet set up like she did over there. If she gets time, you can mark it down as 2 or 3, wherever she's shooting from.
Marissa Miller, number 33, is checking in for 0-0 Amy Blackwood, possibly to give her a little break on the defensive here with only 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. Also checking in, number 31, Amanda Stooksbury for Collinwood. Shannon Dixon, number 22, moves to the lane. They hit her for that high post, and she burns Summertown with a shot.
That's her 15th point of the night. She had 6 in this quarter. 14 seconds. Collinwood brings the ball off the board.
They really run the break. They'll be looking for the last shot of the half with only 7 seconds to go thus far. Montgomery moves. A charge called by Tilton.
Bridget Davenport again.
Her third foul. There's Bridget in the way again, Brian. She's really doing a good job on the defensive end of the floor for us.
She played a fine all-around game tonight. Bridget's really came through for us.
We got 4 seconds to go, trying to get the ball in where we can maneuver for a shot. We don't need to throw it back that way, though. Summertown not able to get a shot off.
Third quarter comes to an end. Collinwood 62, Summertown 46. Carl's TV and movie rental located on the Nashville Highway in Columbia with Carl Wilkerson, the owner. Carl has a full line of RCA televisions, from the 50-inch big screen down to the 5.5-inch color monitor. Carl offers RCA video camcorders at affordable price. Also a full line of VCRs and accessories. Carl's TV has movie rentals suitable for the entire family, and we're open till 9 each night. That's Carl's TV in Columbia. We're about to set to begin the fourth quarter. Collinwood brings the ball in to Stacy Montgomery.
Stacy's really been a surprise for Collinwood tonight with some offensive production. I don't think they were expecting that from her.
Yeah, she's really played well for Collinwood.
Amy Steele puts up a jump shot. That's her 17th point. Have a bad pass. Steele wide open in the middle. Lays 2 more in. They brought out to a 20-point lead. Summertown may be give out, but Summertown brings it right back. Corbin puts one up, no good. Another one up, no good. Thompson comes off with the ball.
Was a crucial break right there. We had the ball beat on that end. Not able to put it in the basket. And then a three-pointer goes up. We got a break off of that. Really, that could have been the wind that let out of ourselves. That shot goes down.
If she knocks that down, I'd say that would just probably took a lot of the wind right out of the Summertown team. Shelley Curtis worked real hard to get the ball down the court the last time, and we got the good shot. We just weren't able to put it down. We've got to capitalize in situations like that.
Collinwood going into a 1-3-1 zone defense. Coach Hal Clark showing a lot of different looks to Summertown. He's a veteran coach. Already has a state championship under his belt, and he knows what it's like to get there, and his team's showing it here in the late going here.
I'd like to thank Ed that Summertown has forced him to go to his bag of tricks, as you might say. He's having to pull out a lot of things he might not normally use because the Summertown team has played as well as they have tonight.
Well, that is a good point there, Brian, because normally when I see Collinwood play, they like to play that straight man-to-man defense, and he's having to get off and get different types of defense to throw Summertown out of their offensive scheme tonight. But he still hasn't called that full-court press off.
No, and I don't look for him to either. Amy Blackwood ain't give up yet. She's still in there fighting and dragging the rebounds.
That's 5 points for Amy tonight. Been a much bigger factor in the game than that. There's Madonna Thompson for her second three-pointer of the night.
Collinwood's starting to get the game into their pace and their style of ball now in the first few minutes here of the fourth quarter. Summertown needs to work hard to really control the ball.
Got a collision, 2 girls going after the ball there, and Shelley Curtis runs over Shannon Dixon. I believe that's Shelley's that's her 4th foul.
That's just a tough break. Shelley was hustling. She didn't see the girls standing there. They just ran together chasing the ball.
Third team foul of the half.
Makes it doubly tough. Shelley picking up her 4th.
And she's going to have to really be careful down here. She can't get any aggressive rebounding fouls going on. She's played the entire game, though. We really can't afford to do without her. The way she gets the ball up on the press, I don't think.
Right. With the game she's played tonight, she's got to be there for us. It'd be a real adventure breaking that press if Shelley weren't in the game, I'd say.
Looks like she's a little long-winded out there now. She's really having to work hard on defense, too, like you pointed out earlier, Brian. Vanessa lowered her head, took off up the floor, established position, but apparently not in time for Mr. Shelton. It caused a block on the play, and both girls get up very slow. That's a pretty good collision.
I'd say 1st and 10 on that one. That was a crash. Shelley really seeing the floor well tonight, I think, Ed. She's handling the ball well and able to see her teammates in the open court.
5:46 remaining in the ball game. Collinwood 71, Summertown 48. Hughes Grocery Wayne and Hughes Cash and Carry on Highway 20. Wayne and Linda Hughes are the owners. These stores offer a full line of groceries, gas, diesel fuel, and kerosene. They feature a hot deli with hot coffee, sausage and biscuit, ham and biscuit, and corn dogs, and sandwiches made to order. They also have pocket knives, grills, and cars. The Cash and Carry Market is on Highway 20 is also a deer checking station. Video rentals are $3 for $5 every day. Wayne and Linda are open 6 days a week from 4:30 to 8 and 9 to 6 on Sunday.
Play is getting ready to resume here. We start to take a look at the scoring that Collinwood has done. We mentioned at the top of the show that they have some veteran players out there. Those players are Thompson, Sterry, Dixon. Montgomery is not a veteran, but thus far, Thompson 13, Sterry 14, Dixon 21, and Montgomery 15. A well-balanced scoring attack. When you have that kind of balance, it's hard to defend a team like that.
That's why they're number one in the state, Ed. You can't just stop one player. They've got about 5 that can fill it up.
Collinwood got some substitutions into the game now. Number 31, Amanda Stooksbury, is back into the lineup. But still have Madonna Thompson and Stacey Montgomery in us. Ball's up on the board, everybody's battling, and Summertown comes away with it.
Won't see Madonna Thompson miss too many open shots like that.
No, she usually does. She's not really having one of her better games tonight, Brian, but still she has 13 points. But Vanessa Bailey comes down and not able to knock the shot down, but here goes Collinwood running to that end floor. Summertown may be getting a little bit tired now. We're not getting back quite as well as what we were.
Well, we've had to play the same all game with 5 or 6 players, and Collinwood, as you noted, they've played 8 or 9 different people and got some fresh people in.
Leanne looks like she's about had the last wind knocked out of her. Just picked up her 4th personal foul.
When you play in there in that lane and you have to battle against 3 or 4 bigger people all night long, it takes a lot out of you.
That's Summertown 4th personal, a half with 4:44 remaining, 4th period, 71 to 50. Madonna Thompson, 25 feet out. Give her 3 more.
She's starting to heat up now. Look for her to really take charge of this game if she gets a chance. She'll let the ball fly, and she usually hits it. Vanessa not giving up, going to that end of the floor. Fights for a rebound, goes up with it. Count it! It's going down.
That's determination right there. That's all that was. Going back to the fatigue factor, that could be why Madonna Thompson's starting to get free. We've been playing that triangle in 2, and her man's getting a little tired.
At number 31, Amanda Stooksbury picks up the foul, and that's her 2nd foul on the night. And Vanessa will be going to the line to be trying to capitalize on the 3-point play as the shot was counted. With 4:22 left in the 4th quarter, Summertown is trailing 74 to 52 to this powerful Collinwood team. Bailey eyes the mark, lets it fly, and bottom. A fine-looking shot by Vanessa.
Well, it's a 21-point game right now, but to me it seems like it's much closer, as well as the Summertown Eaglettes have played.
Summertown jumps out into a 1-2-1-1 half-court trap, trying to create some steals, and there's Shelly Curtis keeping her head up, gets a steal. Number 34, Luker, gets the ball knocked out. Shelly battling, she battles 2 girls, comes away with it. And a foul is called on Shelly Curtis as she dribbles up. That'll be all for Shelly tonight. That's her 5th foul. Really got a rough break then. Struggling after the ball and the girl established position. What do you think about it?
That was real tough. I'm surprised Bobby White can't dispute that call just a little bit more. From where we sat in here, you can't hardly see that sideline down there where it happened.
Kelly gets a standing ovation from much of the crowd as she goes out. Really appreciative of her efforts tonight because she's played a very fine ball game for Summertown.
She came up with 16 points tonight.
Well deserved. She's been Shelly on the spot for Summertown tonight.
She only has 16 points, but she's responsible for much more than 16 of those 53 points up there, setting up many teammates and getting rebounds and playing the good hard defense. And Stacey Montgomery hits another shot.
That's right.
Now this will be good experience for Carissa Miller and some of the other players trying to figure out how to break this Collinwood press, as Shelly's held most of that load that night.
Yeah, it's going to be a good experience because Collinwood's not going to call this press off till that clock strikes 0. I'll bet on that.
Number 35, Lisa Bowen, comes back in to replace Amanda Stooksbury. Stacy Montgomery, number 11, is going to get her second rest of the night. Number 4, Sinclair, replaces her.
But I'd like to know why Madonna Thompson's still in the game.
I think me and the Summertown people like to know that too, Brian. He's still out there giving problems to us.
You got a player of that caliber, you don't risk her in a game that you've seemingly got wrapped up.
Seems to be some confusion on the floor. Collinwood will have the ball underneath their basket.
I just missed what happened right there.
I didn't see what's going on either. Apparently, ref's pointing the wrong way, trying to give Collinwood the ball. So we got a break in the action. We're going again. Number 12, Suella Patterson, has checked in for Collinwood. She's been running a wing position for him. Bridget Davenport drags another rebound, gets the ball out to Amy Blackwood, who's really having some problems back there. We got a jump ball called. She gets trapped by Madonna Thompson. Number 34, Carrie Luker. And Collinwood apparently gets this ball back again.
Well, Collinwood, it don't look to be getting much worse for them over there. I say worse because it looks like they got plenty of talent coming back. They're still running the same offense and getting the same shot and same results.
They have a fine program going over there. You see it all the way down into their junior high program. They have several schools, the Pinhook, and then the Collinwood Elementary is feeding them. And somebody's doing a good job in the junior high preparing these girls for the high school.
That's the third personal on Vanessa Bailey. Collinwood set the inbound here, intercepted by Miller. Miller trying to run to Davenport. Davenport driving all the way, has the ball ripped away, rolls out of bounds, give it to Collinwood.
We're just trying so hard. We just can't get a break to go our way right now. We're still trying, but it seems like the harder we try, the worse it gets.
Coach Wire can't be disappointed in the effort that he's getting from these girls. They're really trying hard. Just some floor mistakes resulting here because of the great Collinwood pressure. Number 00, Amy Blackwood coming out of the game. 33, Carissa Miller. 55, Leanne Corbin. And 44, Vanessa Bailey. All leave the game. Coach Bobby Wire pulling out the starters here, not wanting to risk injury, and also letting other players get some time in. We got a slew of substitutions here. We'll try to catch you up on them. Number 22, that's Jackie Garland. If I'm not, help me out on some of these names here, Brian. I've seen all these.
22 is Jackie Garland, and 21 is Jill Garland, and 24 is Jennifer Self. Is that right?
I believe that's it.
And 25, well, she's been in the games, Elisa Benefield, and number 12 is Carla Mitchell.
Okay. We've got all the Summertown caught up here.
Coach White showing his experience. He knows that he's going to have to play Collinwood in future years, and these girls need the opportunity to see what it's like to play against a team of this caliber.
Also, he's seen what it's like to lose one of your players to injury here, and that wasn't a useless game, but this right here, it seems that Collinwood has this one wrapped up, so it's really showing some good coaching on Bobby's part to get these girls in, let them get some time, and not risk injury to your starters in what he considers a limited year anyway.
Yep, that's right. And while we were talking, Collinwood finally takes out Madonna Thompson.
Seem to be having a lot of jump balls. We got number 22, Jackie Garland, coming back in.
When you get these girls in the game that don't get a chance to play often, they're all going after it. They're going to try to prove it. They can get in there and fight and scrap and try to earn them a little playing time in the few minutes they get to play.
Shot goes up, taken off the board by Garland. Garland, 3-0 over to Self. Self puts up a 12-foot jump shot. Give it to Jackie Self, taking up where Vanessa Bailey left off, looks like.
Looks like these girls are really getting in there and wanting to play a little bit tonight.
We have a three-pointer. Number 4, Sinclair.
So they got another shooter coming on.
Looks like. Yeah, those redheads seem to be able to nail that three-pointer over there in Collinwood, don't they, Brian?
Yeah, they do.
Jana Sinclair is number 4. Collinwood still in the full court press.
I remember when we played Collinwood at Collinwood earlier this year, and Coach Hal Clark put these girls in very quick into the game, and you didn't see a whole lot of difference. They really had things going their way mixed with some of the talent of the starters that they have in there.
They got several players on the bench that they can replace, and they just don't seem to lose anything.
Pilkington into Bennefield. Bennefield running the attack for the Summertown girls. Cut off over to Pilkington. Pilkington working the right side. Looking for somebody. Back over to Bennefield. Bennefield 30 feet out. Cut off the free throw line. Minute 27. Over to Pilkington. Pilkington driving the baseline. Puts up a 15-footer. No good. Ball's coming off the board by Jill Garland. That was a bad pass. Intercepted by Collinwood. Collinwood running the length of the floor. Lays up a 5-footer, no good. Taken off the board by Pilkington. Pilkington over Bennefield. Bennefield bringing the ball across the 10-second line. 1 minute, 4 seconds.
Summertown, we ought to have a good teams on our way. We got 5 freshmen on the floor right now, and only one senior, and that's Angie Ferguson, and she's hurt, so everybody tonight will be back.
Leanne's also a senior, I believe, this year. She Brian
I was thinking she's a junior. I might be wrong.
I believe you're correct. She is a junior. Now that we think about it, so basically we don't lose anybody off the team other than what we already lost in the absence of Angie. Now,
when you get a player of the caliber of Shelly Curtis and Leanne Corbin and the rest of those girls coming back, you've got the nucleus for a good team.
Carla Mitchell cut off the free throw line, has double team, has bad pass. Summertown intercepted over to Jackie Garland. Jackie puts up a 10-foot jump shot. Bottom.
Well, these girls are really getting after it out there. You see a lot of offense when you see the subs come in, and they really want to get out here and show their stuff to the crowd.
Everybody wants to shoot it.
Pilkington brings the ball off the board, and she's fouled by one of the Collinwood girls. She'll go to the line to shoot to 1-1.
With 19 seconds left, we're down by 24 points, but I just think we owe it to the Summertown girls to congratulate them on a fine game they played. I know they not happy in losing, but it was a much closer game than the score indicates right now. We had Collinwood scared, I think.
When you get the state's #1 team comes in, you play them like they have tonight, you're to be commended. Pilkington shot up, he rolls off no good, taken off the board, bouncing around. We're going to have a jump ball. Ball goes to Collinwood. 15 seconds remaining.
Let's also remember that over at Collinwood, we were down by over 45 points at one time, and that was back when we had, our senior guard in there to help us. So that's even more of a tribute here to this team and how they really improved over the course of the year, and look for them to keep improving and possibly provide some surprises in the upcoming district tournament.
I'd say Summertown's going to be a team to be reckoned with if we keep showing the improvement we've shown since the first of the year, especially that Collinwood game you were just talking about, Eddie.
We got 8 seconds left, and Collinwood leading by a score of 81 to 57.
Andrea Horton at the free throw line to shoot one, and she hits it. Andrea Horton making her first appearance at the line tonight. Tried to complete the 2-point play. It's off, no good. We have a whistle, somebody in the lane. We're going to give her another one.
For a lane violation right there, I didn't catch the player.
We got a guy kind of trying to show authority tonight. This is the only place he can show it. I've saw him call several times. He nitpicks and shows authority.
7 seconds left. I don't see what the problem would be right there.
Well, he's had his head over his heels all night so far. We'll see what he does here after a little bit. Well, number 14.
Lisa Pilkington.
Pilkington at the line to shoot the 1-1. He lets the player come in now with 2 seconds to go. Lisa Pilkington, first one's no good. Second one's up, it's no good, and as the game comes to an end, Collinwood 82, Summertown 57. Poor Girls Restaurant, Summertown, has recently been acquired by new owners. We open at 5 a.m. for breakfast each day and are open throughout the day for lunch and dinner. Poor Girls specialize in Italian food. We also have the regular menu. So come on in and give us a try. That's Poor Girls Restaurant in Summertown.
For a scoring rundown tonight's ball game for Collinwood, Madonna Thompson has 16 points, Amy Sterry 14, Lisa Bowen erupted for 10 points, Stacy Montgomery surprised all with 17 points, Janice Sinclair 3 points, Andrea Horton 1, and Shannon Dixon led the way with 21 points, for a total of 82 points. For Summertown, Shelley Curtis led the way with 16 points. Leanne Corbin contributed 9. Vanessa Bailey had a fine outing with 15 points. Amy Blackwood 7. Carissa Miller 2. Bridget Davenport off the bench with 6 points. Jennifer Self 2 and Jackie Garland 2 to round out 57 points for the Summertown Eagles.